God makes a universe. This is a story told to people many years ago. This story they told because they were trying to understand why God made the world. So I want you all to do this with me. Close your eyes very tight. You can't see anything, can you? Now let's pretend. Pretend you can imagine nothing. Nothing at all. Imagine a long time ago when there was no world, and no stars, and no animals, and no people, and no you. Just nothing. Now imagine that even though there was nothing, God was there. Before there was anything, there was God. Because God isn't a something, God just is. It's very hard to imagine that, but that's the way the Bible tells it was at the very beginning. God was there. God was there like a strange light that was everywhere, but it didn't come from anywhere. The light didn't shine on anything because there was nothing to shine it on. Can you imagine that? You can open your eyes now. God had an idea. Let there be light, said God, and it happened. Maybe it was like a really loud whoosh. Scientists call it a big bang, a bigger bang than you could ever imagine, a bigger flash of bursting light than you've ever seen. Out of all that nothing, God made something. Out of that big bang came stars, gazillions of stars, all the stars you see in the night sky. You can even see more stars if you look through a telescope. Some of the stars have planets, and some of them have moons like we do. One of the stars that God made was our sun that shines in the sky every day. One of those planets was our Earth, the one you live on right now, the one that has a moon, the one we see at night and sometimes during the day. And God looked and said, "Oh, that's good." And God kept having ideas, kept making things, lakes and rivers and oceans and trees and plants, animals and bugs. God made things slowly, carefully, and sometimes it took many years, more years than you can imagine, to make things, and scientists call that evolution. And God said, "That's good." And then God said, "I'm going to make people. Each person will be like the animals in many ways, but in one special way, these humans will be like me." So God made people like you, and inside each of us, God put some of the light that was there before there was anything. You have some of that light inside of you. People can see that light shining in your eyes when you laugh. Sometimes they also see God's light when you cry. And sometimes they see that light when you're just being you. And then God looked at all of creation, and God looked at the stars and the worlds, the mountains and the trees and the flowers and the bugs. And God looked at the animals and the birds, and even at things so tiny we can't see them, like bacteria and mold, and molecules and atoms, protons. God looked at the people. God looked at the babies and the children and the old people. And God looked at people with dark skin and light skin and blue eyes and brown eyes. And God looked at all the many kinds of people. And God said to the people, "I'm giving you this beautiful world. this beautiful universe. Please take good care of it. Please be kind to it. And when it was all done, God said, "Oh, this is all very good." And God smiled. A smile as wide and beautiful as the rainbow. Amen.